So as I was making a certain custom character, I realized that I probably shouldn't be too detailed with it. So therefore, I'm just going to show you my usually template character, and we will move on. But for, just to kind of be cool, we will work with certain backstories and whatnot, but I'll keep the character-specific perks, and if you can guess the character that I am testing out, then hey, we'll do Goizo just to throw some spice into the mix. So Goizo Scars, character exclusive, custom character. And this is going to be a special episode because I'm going to show you how, you can, if you know that, like, as I said before, if you know the things in game that are currently coded in, you can give people interesting things. Now, I've tried different combinations, and I'm sure someone in the modding scene has been curious and tried too, and so they know all the answers, but here we have Mizuki's perk, and here we have Toshiaki's item, which I actually haven't tested extensively, but obviously the perk packs do not allow you to get Toshiaki things. Gameplay-wise, as we have Strength, Knowledge, Second Takushisana, and maybe a Light Check, you do get a lot of Doom Decrease, but that's why I was planning with this certain character to add in events that set the balancing factor. Now, that's kind of a bit much for me to ask most people to go through to try and get events working, but I mean, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. So I guess this video is kind of geared more towards those who are willing to, get all of their a custom character in, if that includes events or mysteries. So, but here I would probably just have a lot of fun and just make events. I'm just testing to see if this works out as intended, and then I still have mysteries up, but that's fine for now. We'll do Botanist first, then probably Teacher next, Akamanto third, and we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I wanted to do a thing, and we don't have personal items, so you can't get the book strap either, so that is another thing that you're not Toshiaki for. But at the same time, I wanted to do ally attack. I guess we'll see how a weapon run goes. Maybe we'll do 2 runs. That will require me to, probably go quicker than I am. So, again, not explain, because again, I just want to test out these things and see how balanced this is. Even though I know having the necro, I mean, you can theoretically work out how good this will be just based off of what you get. So, that being said, I also wanted to make sure safety in numbers works for custom enemies. I know someone could probably just tell me the answer, but good to make sure of it myself, just to make sure of it myself. I mean, even if I told you something, if you're a little skeptical, thankfully, I would like that. But anywho, yeah, let's do hospital. I think there's something, we might have a couple, but I might be wrong, so yeah, but gameplay-wise, if this is really decreasing my Doom, I have a lot more Doom to work with. But maybe that's not all bad. It will really depend. So, yeah, when we get the katana, but again, we're here testing for the perks anyway, so we're just gonna rush through. I won't explain anything too much that's happening in the general gameplay then, but I will explain things that happen as it pertains to the character. Stats included. Also, just gonna take a quick tangent to say that, again, I've mentioned it before, but if I don't respond to certain comments or don't give a reaction, it's because sometimes I'm dealing with, like, going through my notifications, because I do have some, not silenced or muted, how do I want to say it? I basically just don't see sometimes, so that is, I guess if you want to say my excuse, but I really don't see sometimes. And then there are some people that, not some people, but what I think are sometimes bots, but that's more my paranoia. Sometimes I just, and obviously there are some comments where it's just, there's no need, I should just let the person rock what they say, because there's not really much for me to add on, so. And if you haven't noticed, I usually leave comments like that, like I respond and then someone responds, because I just want, to leave that point there. If there is more to talk about, I'll go on, but usually I give you, the viewer, the last say in things. That way I can sit and think, if for no other reason than, yeah, again, for me to sit on and think on things. So I think my Doom did decrease. I don't know why I wasn't watching, but also Shiro-san should be my second encounter. And then we will move on. I also wasn't looking at my reason. I guess I'll see back in when I'm actually editing this video, because since I do have teacher, I do have to deal with the I have to deal with the school, which I could do now, but I only have 4. No, can I even? I think I need 6 strength, right? Well, either way, because we could possibly get fame, and if we get an ally, we with 5 strength, we might be able to do brace attack teacher is what I'm looking for. But anywho, yeah, and that pertains to the character, so it is important to talk about. However, I don't think I'm gonna get that, and we get 1 piece of flashbacks, but that's fine. This character that I was making is, again, while trying to be balanced, because I think this character has less than 39 stats overall, but they have the Necronomicon, so that's a big balancing factor. Again, you can't always just look at stats, in my opinion. You also have to look at what you're giving them. Like, if you give someone, like, 9, 10 perception even, and 6 strength with an old shotgun, like, that's gonna do a lot for them. And so if they have, you know, the average base number of stats, like 39-ish, then the game is to their advantage, basically. Unless you give them a very big debuff, like a cut artery that won't heal. But obviously, you can't really enforce that, so you have to do the next best thing and do it yourself. Or as best as you can. I think I'm dead here, by the way. I should have rested. I wasn't paying attention. But anywho, we'll move on to another run because there's something else I wanted to test. And that is... Do I want to try it here? No, I think I'm just going to do another one. Because I still need to make sure that certain things happen. So I'll do Herald here. Because I'm going to try to see a thing. And again, I don't want to say anything wrong, so I'm not going to say what I'm thinking about. But as an off tangent, as I look at my things, and this time I won't say anything, we have every single non-stat check knowledge. But, yeah, I wanted to do ally attack. Because with that other run, I should be more than capable of finding out whether or not safety in numbers negative effect is actually taking effect, where I lose 2 reason. But, I also wanted to check to see what the balance of... Also, I should remove those custom mysteries, but footage, ramen, hell, teacher. Okay, so we still have teacher, and I usually won't reroll. I could just try to dodge it, but I need teacher practice anyway, in terms of the mystery teacher. So, hey, if for no other reason than to, you know, test my ability to remember thresholds, mainly strength, because I usually look for brace attack teacher, which I don't think scales. It feels like it does though, right? Because I swear it does different. Like, it does either 9 or 7 damage. So, anywho, also I should not have done what I did, but since I have the Necronomicon, I can be a bit more. I can be a bit more adventurous, I guess, so to say. We do want to reroll. We want to reroll both of these, but again, that's the plus of the Necronomicon here. So clap, bow, and unfortunately we have to try again. And I think at this point it's hard because I've already recruited as many students as can do. So we're just gonna stay here though. We have the Necronomicon. We can literally just sit here for a while. Unfortunately, whether the game will allow me to recruit or not, or if I'm just having bad luck. This is why I don't reroll, or I don't let go of students and then re-recruit, because things like this can happen. Now I'm just curious to see if I can actually pick someone up. Again, we're here testing the custom character, which is not supposed to be me. If you didn't know, this is me. But, yeah, now I'm just curious. So right now I have nearly 0% Doom. Is there some other... Is it only max 3 students on top of the ally limiter as well? I feel like that's not the case. But let's find out for sure. Yeah, let's find out for sure. Because I watched someone's playthrough at one point, and I was wondering if a thing happened. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. Let's just try this. And I'll reroll a few more times, but if I don't survive again, this is just a special video featuring... If nothing else, I want you to know that if you see a perk or something, and you think that you want to try it out with the custom character, try it out. But, anywho... that's not going to be as great because also since we're not Mizuki, we don't start with an ally immediately, so ally attack isn't completely insane. However, me being at 82% before I've even done 1 investigation is a whole different story, so I should have thought about that. But again, we're just testing things out. And if nothing else, yeah, this is me dying. But this is also how I test things. I usually like to do 1 run before I throw any character up. And if I'm testing in between that, then I usually like to test as well. So, yeah, about 10 damage. I'm getting bonus damage from probably Fujiko. Was it Fujiko? No, Kyoko. Fujiko? What? I'm going crazy. But you get what I'm trying to say. This is not the most insane thing, whereas Mizuki, that extra 2 damage can mean a lot, especially if you get unlucky with student recruitment, and then you have to reroll a bunch of times. But am I dead here, by the way? I want to at least see if I can do the thing, but that'll depend. Let's see what my Forest RNG looks like on a different topic. 7 Charisma, thankfully that helps. But we're not out of the woods yet, literally and figuratively. So -2 Reason, again, if you didn't know, that's why I look for the rumor usually at the beginning. But obviously there's no way I could have gotten Outdoorsman, and yeah, Doom does decrease. But if you wanted to have a character with a Necronomicon and an actual spell, usually I would probably do Krutski's Kill, just to throw something cool into the mix, but especially if you're going to give your character a lot more stats, that way there's some kind of balancing factor. But to be honest, giving someone the Necronomicon is just as good as giving them Blood Mania, in my opinion. Blood Mania is objectively better if I were to give a more objective opinion, but Necronomicon is better for me, so yeah. Even though, yeah, I was really pushing it because I was trying to do ally attack as well, but hey, if we somehow still survive this, I'd be very surprised. Actually, if we trade all these funds in, we could still be in a very good place. So, funny enough, we will do this though, but if I die, so be it. Again, I'm just having some fun. Theoretically, though, we're at 45% Doom, so that's not too insane either, funny enough. Unfortunately, I didn't get any, and I should have actually police stationed this location, but hey. And so yeah, so now we're dead, and that's all I really wanted to show you. If nothing else, learn that if there's a character-specific perk, you're not limited to the perk packs, basically. I have Magic Caster and Smooth Talker here, but that I didn't get to test out Fame, but I can kind of theorize what it would be. I just wanted to make sure Necronomicon's Doom passive was working correctly, and the thing here. And you could ask me questions about other things. I think the only one I've really tested and made sure of recently was On the Run with Ominous Letter, and that results in, it can be interesting things, but on Ill-Fated, just letting you know right now, just as a bonus for you watching this video, for Ill-Fated, you do still get 133 experience, even though you have On the Run, so you get to level up twice. So if you do make a character with On the Run, I would advise you put a balancing factor, because they're going to level up twice. I have a balancing factor for a character I'm making, but we'll see. You'll see when that happens. So, without further ado, we'll die here, and I'll see you next in the next video.